Hi all. Welcome to the CDF Technical Oversight Committee meeting. Today is our first attempt to do it in Zoom. So we are just doing testing. Everything may go wrong, and let's see what are your experiences. So let me share my screen. Do you see it? So topics we have for today is HackMD FIT, then SIG software supply chain, CD events day, and adding Thc contributors. Do we have any other topics we would like to discuss today? No? Can just begin. Probably will save some time for everyone. So, HackMD, Fatih, would you like to take over?
Yeah, thanks to many of you, we finalized our HackMD non-profit sponsorship application, and we now have a team on HackMD. Yeah, we are browsing there, and maybe if you change the layout, it looks much like
this one,
the right corner to yes. So we brought all the nodes the SIGs have within CD Foundation team on HackMD, and this team has the team plan, so there is no limitations when it comes to number of commits you could make to your GitHub repo to store the documents you have there, and also number of versions that is displayed on HackMD user interface. So it's like fully functioning account or team. And also it comes with additional settings like who can edit documents. Currently, we require like people to sign into HackMD for them to edit the documents. That was the default setting. We haven't changed that. We can change it to anonymous as well, but that may result in some, random bots coming and messing up with our nodes. So that is like that type of setting is not available for freelance. So we have more control over our documents now. And what we do is we group our nodes using the tags. So if you go back to the nodes again, Oleg, on HackMD webpage, you will see the most frequently used documents are pinned on top of the page, so they will always be there for ease of access. And the rest of the documents are, again, grouped based on the tags, and they are simply ordered based on when whatever document is updated latest, based on timestamp. And the last thing about this is we have given access to all the SIG chairs. If you go to TeamSpace, for example, Oleg, if you click the wheel button there, and team settings and members. So we have 20 accounts, and we have like half of the accounts are now assigned to our chairs. We can have some more people if they want to use HackMD for their project or community work. And that's it. So, and we had to give like a quote, and thanks to Melissa for providing the quote. Also answer some interview questions as well as letting them use CD Foundation logo on their website as a happy user. So that is, I think we can close the topic until next year, 360 days when the renewal comes up.
Yeah. So
sorry if this has been answered before. Is this also intended to be used by CDF projects like Tecton or Jenkins?
That was a question brought up when we brought this topic up originally, like a few weeks ago. And the discussion was like, maybe we can try this within CDF for SIGs and talk and learn more about the platform. And if it looks good enough for others, the projects could decide themselves if they want to use HackMD for them. But maybe they need to get their own projects, because like if you bring all the docs to our project, our team, it will like explode in numbers.
Right. The reason I ask is the Tecton community is looking at changing its process for discussing large design changes. And one of the possible I think we're going from like do designs in PRs, which suck, do designs in Google Docs or HackMD, and HackMD free has been fine so far. But if there's like, if we get the paid features, that would be, you know, nice.
Yeah, we have the process documented on that PR on the agenda. Let me put the link to chat.
Okay.
So, like, if Tecton community wants to, you know, apply for sponsorship
Right.
application, so
we would
can
have to get
Yeah.
go through the process ourselves then and
Yeah.
do that ourselves. Okay.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
My other question was, do you know if the paid version, a big reason why we didn't like HackMD over Google Docs was that when you get a comment, it doesn't email you or it doesn't notify you in any way
No,
that you've got a
the
comment.
reason-
Does a paid version do that?
The reason why we actually moved to HackMD in special interest of interoperability, because we had contributors from Southeast Asia, and you know, Google is, you know, blocked by a great firewall. That's why we switched from Google Docs to HackMD. But I haven't tried the comment feature of the HackMD. It may work. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah, it works okay. Also, it allows putting documents in GitHub repositories. So in theory, they're more discoverable. Because Google Docs are good only as long as you can find this Google Docs somewhere.
Yeah, the Tecton process we're looking at is, instead of iterating in a PR, which is terrible, iterate in a HackMD or Google Doc, and then only when it's done, copy the result to a GitHub repo. So this would be very, like, HackMD is nice because it's already in Markdown. You can copy and paste or even just use their like imports thing. But
yeah, HackMD has built-in support for pushing the documents directly to GitHub repos. So that is kind of simple one button or two buttons thing.
The only real pushback, or the only real thing anybody has had a problem with HackMD for, is I have to go back to the page to see if I have any comments, which you know, it isn't like a deal breaker. It's just a little bit annoying if you're used to getting an email when a Google Docs comment. But in any case, like, we're still going to move ahead with, you know, PRs are bad for discussion, Google Docs or HackMD. But anyway, thank you. We will if we decide we need to invest in a paid HackMD subscription, we'll probably bug you with information about how you did that.
Yeah, one last thing. As part of their application process, this non-sponsorship application process, they have a question. What is the one thing you want to see HackMD should do? So you can ask, enable mails for comments, you know.
Perfect. Yeah. All right. Well, great. Thanks.
So anything else about HackMD, or do we move forward?
I think that's
okay. Then thanks a lot for driving it. Maybe one question is whether we would like to try HackMD for the TOC meetings, or are we fine with the notes as is?
I don't personally have a strong opinion in either direction. It doesn't sound like anybody is jumping to answer either.
No strong opinion from me too.
Same. My only comment is it might be nice to be consistent, but on the other hand, change hurts.
So yeah, if anyone has strong opinions, we can discuss them later. We can just maintain the status quo with Google Docs. Okay, so then software supply chain, SIG.
Yes, we had the very first meeting last Thursday on March 10th, and the attendance was really good. Like, even though it was first meeting, we had like, I think 12 people from 10 different organizations. And there were lots of great ideas, especially from Terry. Like, many other people also provide good ideas, but Terry highlights a few things we missed perhaps when we were talking about what we can look at. So that was good, like the interest and the idea to have like have some kind of proof of concept based on what other communities are doing was also kind of well received, because that would help us to get collaboration started between CD Foundation and other communities such as OpenSSF. And to get that going on, we invited Michael Lieberman from CNCF TOC Security Secure Software Factory to present the Secure Software Factory to SIG during next week's meeting, Thursday, March 24th, 4 p.m. UTC. And then we also got a confirmation from Priya from ChainGuard on Tecton CD Chains presentation, which is used by Secure Software Factory during the meeting April 14th. So we are starting to get some knowledge transfer happening. So when we start with the establishing talk and learning more about what other communities are doing, these are good opportunities for us to talk to people actually who are maintaining these projects. So yeah, everyone is welcome to join our meetings and contribute.
Can you add the meeting to the CDF calendar?
Yeah,
I don't see.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's hard. I don't know if that's doable.
No, I want to avoid the complexities because of this summer time changes. It happened in US. It hasn't happened in Europe. So I will add the meeting to calendar, the standing recurring meeting after Europe makes the change. But the next meeting will be included in the calendar as standalone meeting. Because we are changing the time from 4 p.m. UTC to 3 p.m. UTC after Europe moves.
Yeah. Thank you for thinking ahead on that. That is not something I would have considered and absolutely would have messed up. So
yeah, it confuses me. So it's kind of let others not deal with this. So
yeah. Same for the TOC meeting. I will run a doodle after all these time zone changes. And I was able to participate in the CNCF TOC because they actually, they officially have meetings in the, I believe, West Coast time zone. So no, I wasn't blocked for today's meeting. Nice discussion, by the way, there. So one question: do you want somebody from the CNCF TOC up delivery?
That is as I asked you, Oleg, and thanks for the pointer. I will actually reach out to CNCF TOC up delivery directly on their Slack channel to invite them to our discussion, because as far as I understand, the Secure Software Factory project doesn't deal with production aspects like production deployments, and CNCF TOC up delivery looks at production aspects or production deployment aspects as well. So the idea for our talk is to combine Secure Software Factory with Potato Hat to a more complete prototype. So I will reach out to TOC app delivery probably tomorrow to get a time from them, date time. It will likely be April 28th, because our next two meetings are already booked, and I will ask them if they can join for our meeting on April 28th.
Yeah, I guess they have a meeting tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. Sorry, my calendar is a real mess, usually. No, actually, they do not have meeting tomorrow. It's meeting in 1 week.
I will invite them, and I can come back to talk or send a mail. So if you subscribe to mail list for supply chain, SIG software supply chain, these things agenda will be published there in advance. Also, we post the agenda on Slack channel too. So yes. And if any of you have an idea about like a different project or initiative around this topic, just invite them to our SIG meetings so we can take conversations around the topic.
Great. Okay. So anything else about the SIG?
That's all from me.
Thank you. So the next topic is CD Events Day. I can just briefly summarize what we discussed yesterday at the events SIG. So yeah, firstly, there will be a full day event on May 17th. So CD Events is currently selected official name. They started creating documents, including abstract. So thanks a lot to everyone driving that. And at the moment, there is basically poll in the community chats for proposals, etc. So if somebody from the TUC wants to participate, it's a good time to just contact people in this channel so that the agenda could be discussed. Yeah, basically that's all from me. So maybe would you like to discuss it more?
Sorry, which one? I missed the part.
So CD events day.
Well, I'm not really involved in CD events. They set up.
Okay, so maybe one question: who does plan to go to the KubeCon Valencia?
It is possible I might be there. I might be able to help. But yeah, I noticed, there was a post about asking for help with the booth and help, on that day.
We have actually one person from the Jenkins X, community who's planning to attend. I think that's Tom, and he's in the call. But yeah, it's in person, so it's a bit hard for people outside of Europe to go.
Yeah, I didn't want to mention. Yeah, anyway, some agenda will be virtual this year, so they officially plan to have a hybrid event. But I'm not sure about the CD Events Day. It's yet to be determined because projects are waiting for quotes for video recordings, and then somebody will need to shake some trees to find a budget. So there might be broadcast, there might be just recording, there might be no recording, but I don't really believe in the latter option for this event. So let's see how it goes. Okay, anything else on KubeCon before we move on? So yeah, for KubeCon, we might have Jenkins happy hour at one of the evenings. We found Jenkins bar in Valencia, so we have a plan. But basically, this is all we have right now. And yeah, for Captain, we are also doing Captain Community Day, but it would happen in parallel with CD Events Day. We are just half day event after 1 p.m. And we discussed some topics like application lifecycle standard. So having a workshop, basically a crossover between Captain Community Day and CD Events Con, so that we can discuss how we actually align more with Captain and how we donate probably another standard to the CDF. Because Captain Events is a bit wider than CD Events at the moment. So you have this topic on the table. Okay. And so last but probably the least is adding TUC contributors. So just to summarize, I followed up on all the discussion about having contributors / license from the projects, and what I actually did just put active contributors as we discussed in Slack. And yeah, currently I have a pull request which is quite short, and it adds contributors so that we have something except instead of the stub on this page. And then everyone who wants to be officially affiliated as a contributor to the TUC, they just can submit a pull request, and that's it. So question, are we fine with just merging it, or do we want to have another discussion process?
I think we can merge it and then update it if Comments.
Okay, then I will probably go ahead. Okay, so then we have this page. So now we officially have members, TC contributors, and alumni, and TC contributors are there. So basically, that's it. Okay, any other topics for today?
I just added a note for the interoperability SIG. We're going to have Michael Beamer present on Open Feature Project on our upcoming meeting on Thursday.
Yeah, this is great. So just to share what Open Feature is, it's actually a new project being launched at the moment. Just in case you're interested, it's for full presentation, please join Michael. I will just show it in principle. So the idea is to have open standards for feature management plus cloud native implementation, all SDKs, APIs being available in public. And currently we actually bootstrap this project. So right now there is no governance, there is still governance document and other things. And more important, we have a number of interested parties who declared their interest in the project. So this is our current list. So we have quite a lot of people from Dynatrace because it's one of the starting companies, but you can see that there are many other organization representatives already on the list. So if you're potentially interested in open feature management, please consider joining the party. And on Thursday, they will build the project meeting. And so the project is widely being bootstrapped, but there's public research. And definitely feature flag management is the area. At least for me in Jenkins, it has been always a problem because we have a feature flag management system in Jenkins managed by system properties, etc., which is totally not convenient for users. So we wanted to integrate something more handy. But without open standard, we cannot just take any existing implementation and put it into Jenkins because it would stick us to particular vendor, etc. So personally, I'm really looking forward to that because it would help our own project. Okay. Thank you for bringing it up, Melissa. Anything else?
Just to mention too, Fatih just reminded me, we do need to update the time of that meeting. Not now, we already have that established at 1600 UTC, but after this next meeting, we'll be updating it to.
Yep. So basically, I will start it once there is a time zone change in Europe so that everyone is more or less stable. But I hope that the next meeting will already happen in another time zone. I mean, I just want to completely rerun the poll because the previous time wasn't very convenient for all people. So let's see. Just in case we need to meet on 29th, is the current time in UTC okay in principle as one stopgap? Sorry, probably stopgap isn't correct. Okay. So basically, if we don't have a final agreement by the next meeting, would it be fine if we run the next meeting on 29th at this time?
Yeah.
So basically it's our plan B. If we don't have consensus by the time of the next meeting, then we just run one meeting in the current time, and then it should be new time in any case. And by the way, in 2 weeks I will be traveling, so I might be unable to host the meeting. Would anyone be willing to run it?
I can say maybe. with a possibility that I will need to duck out if
Okay.
if I need to. But I can take it on a potential basis.
Yeah. So one thing that you will, so whomever runs it, currently it's only me and Andrea who are organizers on Beve. So once you register, I actually can add everyone as organizers. So you will be able to schedule your meetings. But yeah, it requires additional steps. So I will try to do it right after this meeting. And then you can just copy and run.
And this is for 2 weeks from now?
Yeah, 2 weeks from now.
Okay, perfect.
I might be able to join, but I can't guarantee right now.
Yeah.
So thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank
See
you.
you, folks.
Okay, I'll get the recording published tonight, because on Beve currently we don't have a stream connected, so you have to manually publish it on YouTube or use whatever automation we currently don't have connected to this account. Okay.
Might be worth reviewing the footage to see what the quality is like. I'm experiencing quite a few video problems at this end with everybody's lip sync is quite a long way out, and it drops out periodically on certain feeds.
Okay, so what I will do then, I will just publish as unlisted, share it in Slack, and if you, Terry, or somebody else could take a look and verify the video, so to confirm the quality, it would be great. Okay, then I will get it published and ready for review, and then just send it in the chat. Okay, then thanks everyone. See you in 2 weeks.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.